Good evening from Tokyo Disneyland at the Ikspiari, which is basically their version of downtown Disney. So we got here pretty late. Sarah's taking a nap, so let's check this place out. Here we are at the entrance. You'll see a massive line. This is actually to take the monorail back to the resorts. But as you can see, easy to get in here. They got some pretty great theming as soon as you walk in here. Kind of reminiscent of Islands of Adventure, Port of Entry, I think. Got some lights on the ground and a fountain to the left. Might be hard to see, but this fountain is pretty neat. Occasionally it will erupt more water. There it goes. Even the benches that you can sit on are illuminated. And here we are with a map. We're right here on the second floor. There's a floor below with what looks like some things here at the beginning and all the way at the end. And there's also a third and fourth floor, so this is going to get confusing real quick, I think. This is kind of nice also. They give you a shop guide and don't only have the names, but they have the logos as well. So it makes it a little faster to identify any of these brands. I only recognize a few. We got a Disney store. We're definitely going to be checking that out. And they even have a Rainforest Cafe. I figured they'd put that in the restaurant category, but hey, as you enter the gateway, it quickly turns into what looks like a standard Japanese shopping mall. I do want to point out that on the sign I also saw they had a TGI Fridays and a Outback Steakhouse, so a little surprised by those two. And speaking of American food, of course, got to have their McDonald's, but everyone knows Japanese McDonald's is the best McDonald's. Walking along, of course, you have your Starbucks in the corner. Looks like they have something here for Beauty and the Beast. And it opens back up to a huge outside area with the biggest Outback Steakhouse sign I've ever seen. And to the right of that, a cinema and a Disney store. I think I'm going to get something to eat before going into the Disney store. I kind of want to just get Red Lobster or Outback because I'm really hungry. There's a path that goes way back there. This bakery smells incredible right now. And it continues to a fake outside. This is actually really cool. Kind of reminds me of the Hollywood section over at California Adventure. And the Disney store is still here to the right, which we will definitely check out shortly. I wish Sarah was here right now. We might try this some other day because this looks delicious. Hawaiian pancake. This Mexican restaurant looks pretty interesting because I feel like there's not a lot of them here in Japan. And directly around the corner it's the Rainforest Cafe. All the way back here is the other end of the theater with plenty of hit movies such as Top Gun Maverick. That one's actually really good. Taking a look at the spread for Rainforest Cafe, because I love that in Japan they have plastic food out front of everywhere. Looks a little bit different than what I remember in the ones in the States. Of course they changed. Look at the size of that meat. Mojo Bones. Wow, even the salmon. Honey sriracha salmon. I might have to try that right now, actually. So you enter through the store to go to the Rainforest Cafe restaurant. Entrance is over here. Let's check it out. This is pretty cool. Start to go downstairs. Wow, look at that fish tank. My goodness. Theming is here. This is awesome. There's a monkey. We'll take a look around all of the inside in a little bit, but now I'm seated right next to a fish tank. And we'll take a look here at the menu. They've got a drink menu, all sorts of beer, highballs, wine, cocktails, and the food menu, which I'm sure is everything we saw outside, but I already know I'm coming in here to get that salmon. Now something I'd like to point out, that honey sriracha salmon is 2,890 yen. So that's going to be about, the way the exchange rate is now, $22. So not too bad. And it looks massive in the picture. Now something I mentioned before at Universal City Walk in Osaka is that after being away from the American restaurants for so long, I really enjoy going to Hard Rock and Bubba Gump there. So here, that's kind of why I'm going to Rainforest, because again, it's been so long, Red Lobster, stuff like that, that I would pass up in the States. Feels like a special treat here. Here's a quick circle around. That's the entrance. You come down the stairs. To the right is the bar. You've got this massive fish tank. More rainforest. Big statue. I like the sky here. And then back in the corner, there's some elephants and monkeys. I'm sitting right over here. These monkeys over here in the corner are having a good time. And here we are with the honey sriracha salmon. This might be the biggest piece of salmon I've ever had. It's quite large. Here's a look from the other side. Got some birds up here. We've got the elephants, which I guess are sleeping right now. What I love about this Rainforest Cafe is how high the ceiling is. Probably the coolest part about it. Here's another fish tank located over near the bar. And speaking of the bar, what have they got going on here? It's not even like a real fish tank, it's just crazy swirls of water. On the way out, they actually have a penny machine just for the Rainforest Cafe. Here they're not pennies, of course, they're just metals. They put a blank piece of copper, and that's it. Alright, that salmon was really good. The flavor didn't stand out that much. I didn't taste a whole bunch of the honey or sriracha, but it was delicious and it was huge, and now I'm very full. So let's take a look at the Disney store. And taking the back theater entrance into the Disney store. And straight off the bat, we have cups. Looks like we have some Stitch. Is that Simba? You got Simba, Little Mermaid, Chip and Dale. They even have Zootopia. One thing I'm looking forward to is seeing a lot of the underrated characters represented here at Tokyo Disney. Here is a whole wall of dolls and dresses. I've seen these before, but not these ones. Like Esmeralda, you never see her anywhere. Interesting. Duffy is a huge deal at Tokyo Disney, and you'll see you got a whole bunch in here. I do like this Zurg inspired one. This little mouth. It's pretty funny. And you could get that for 3,850 yen. So about $31. There's a wall of various home goods, but take a look at these plates. I kind of like it. They're very interesting, and they are plastic. Perfect for a summer day. This one really caught me by surprise, but the Nintendo Switch is so popular in Japan that Disney is making their own accessories for it. Especially the cases. These are pretty cool. Got Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, and Tangled. We've got some more characters from the world of Duffy. Not sure which ones they are, but you could read about them. They have little books. Another very popular thing in Japan, hand towels. And there is no shortage of them here. Some of them are pretty subtle too, like these silhouette ones. This is kind of funny because you have these small stuffed animals, but that's just not enough, because if you look at either side, they have plenty of outfits and accessories that you're supposed to use for these. Here's some up here, and if we go take a look on this side, a little bit more. I really like this one though. You got Goofy with the Walt Disney World shirt, of all things. Kind of funny, they have 50th anniversary stuff here for Walt Disney World. Some of this stuff's pretty neat. You got a very dapper looking Goofy. What are these, ornaments? Yeah, you got some ornament decorations. You got bags. Now this is more up my alley. They have some figures here. I always like the ones you could get at the art stores in Disney World and Disneyland. Here though, they have some that are pretty neat. Like these Lady and the Tramp ones. And this Toy Story one. That is so cool. Got a small Star Wars section here with weird stuff like this minifigure shirt. And get some Mandalorian armor accessories. This is kind of funny. They have VHS boxes There's funny looking figures in there, especially the Ariel one. I don't know if she's feeling all right. This one's actually really cool for the 50th anniversary, and I believe you can buy it because they have it down here. Don't see a price on it though. Oh no, they're really tempting me because they have a marble section, but there's one thing that stands out that's super tempting. This Doctor Strange PVC diorama figure. That is super cool. It looks like this case has all the special limited stuff. They got a Tomica vehicle, different credit cards. Those look way cooler than the Disney Visa ones, I must say. They've got some pins though as well. It didn't seem like pin trading was quite a big deal in Tokyo Disney. I was curious to find out, but it looks like they do have some on offer. I know Loungefly bags are all the rage, but they have Dooney and Burke ones as well. That one is like Disney World. It's got Figment on it. And then we've got this one, Ratatouille. 100 Acre Wood. And speaking of Loungefly, they have those as well. It's been so long since I've been to a Disney park that I don't even know which ones they have exclusively here, if they have any. This one's pretty neat. Little Mermaid. These are getting out of hand. Take a look at that one, but also that one with Gaston. Here are some super cool, just random shiny cards from different movie scenes, but down here they have pin sets with different characters that I'm not even sure who they are. Ultimate Princess, but look, they've got Merida. Sarah is getting that. Here's kind of a 360 of the store. A bunch of registers. That's the entrance we came in, and it's quite large. The 50th anniversary stuff is back in the corner. And I still haven't seen what's over here. This is pretty great. Chip and Dale cracking end of eggs for reasons. Oh my goodness, this is the kind of stuff that the US parks would have lines out the door for 12 million days. We've got Powerline, not just Goofy Movie, Powerline specific merchandise. That is pretty crazy. Wow. They even have like a little statue of them. And you got this bag too. The Powerline Standout World Tour. And here is a pin set. Back out in the main hub, it is starting to empty out. The only thing I bought at the Disney store this time is the Merida pin. This Trail and Track place kind of caught my eye because of course their plastic food looks pretty good. Lots of steak. They do have a Daiso here, which is nice. Basically a 100 yen store where you can get just about anything. Walking through here, I noticed there's no convenience stores. No 7-Eleven, Lawson's, or Family Marts, or Daily Yamazaki, as opposed to Universal City Walk, which has 4 of them. Going up a level in a different area, it looks like some of these restaurants still have a wait to get in. And it's almost 9 p.m. Up here, this area is actually open to the real night sky. And to the left, up in this circular building, is the TGI Fridays. Now, correction, after exiting and you go to the actual JR train station, there's a New Days, which is essentially a convenience store. Never heard of that one, but they do have one. I would also like to point out that the monorail station over there has a very, very long line because that's where everyone goes to take the monorail to go to the Tokyo Disney Hotel or some of the other ones, or Disney Sea. So we're gonna try go into a different stop in front of Tokyo Disney Hotel. So I'm making my way to the next station for the monorail stops, and I can't help but notice nobody else is going this way. So either no one else wants to do this, or maybe they closed that station over there for boarding, which I highly doubt. If this turns out to work, this is the way to go. Here we are at the monorail station directly in front of the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel. Now to see how long the line is here to board it. Wanted to get a quick look at the Disneyland Hotel from the front at night because it is quite spectacular. I don't know if we're allowed to just go in there and look around, but maybe we'll try that another day. And just like that, walked right on the monorail. Literally there was a train there, got right on, didn't have to wait at all. So I would highly recommend, if you're leaving at the end of the night from the Ikspiari shopping center dining area, definitely walk on over to Disneyland Hotel if there's a long line. Based off what I saw, that line looked like it could have been 45 minutes, roughly. So it's definitely worth the 5-minute walk to go to the next station. All right, definitely had a good time tonight. Enjoyed some good food, got to see some new stuff. So always love exploring new places in Japan, especially Disney. Can't wait to go into the parks, but that is gonna do it for now. Thank you all for watching. The caravan is moving on.